What does not work well together is the forces of the what are they called? The Golden Masks. You decided you bribed to leave, basically. And yeah, you've opened the door, Torque, and you see a checkered pattern before you. There's a grey step, and then a white step, then a grey step, then a white step, like a checkerboard. So
it's one of those.
Well, I don't believe that I have any further guidance on this, so just be careful. Perhaps you could be ready to pull me out if I get afflicted. Anything, I will step onto the first stone and see if anything happens.
Dexterity saving throw. Straight off the bat.
Fantastic. Where are we?
9. You fall down a 50-foot deep pit. You take 5d6 damage. You land with a plunk and a bunch of putrid water as well. So you're 50 feet down, and I need you to make me a Constitution saving throw as well.
Okay. Oh, well, that's better. 21.
And you manage not to inhale any of the water as you splash into this putrid water. But you're still down a 50-foot pit.
Oh, oops.
I will throw a rope down for him. A 50-foot rope.
Okay, you can use the rope.
Hold on to one end, or are you expecting me to throw that back up to you?
I held on to one end, yes. I threw it down there. You wanted a rope.
That's an important detail. Okay, you can absolutely
I
try
threw
and...
down one end of it.
Yep, you can absolutely try and climb up using the rope. Torque, make me an athletics check at advantage.
I was just doing... Oh, no, hang on. Got that wrong. Should be down to 7. Whoops. Why won't that adjust? Okay.
Nope.
Alright, athletics, you said?
Door is the solution.
Yep, at advantage.
20.
Oh, no problem. You climb out of the rope, and I'll just move you aside for a sec. Because this one here, we're putting the blue X, is not there anymore. There is no trapdoor there. It's just a fall to the bottom. Well, which side are you going over? Are you going towards Bowson or to the white square next to you?
I think I might go back to Baleson's side, since he was pulling on the rope that way. That would make mechanically more sense that he would have pulled me that way.
Okay.
Perhaps we shall have to come up with some way of testing these. Perhaps someone with a long-range tentacle might be able to give the ground a good thump.
Yeah.
Did you feel anything mechanically happen, or did the ground just give way to him?
It was like a
trap. I found myself in a heap.
It was like a trapdoor. He put too much effort in, and the trapdoor swung open, and he tried to grab onto the edge, but he failed, and he fell through. So presumably the trapdoor could be reset, as it were.
I'm going to lay hands on myself, since that did wound me somewhat. So that should take 121. Not quite yet. Okay. Yep. So I imagine that I've ended up dragged back to there. So we were told that this... I'm just going to check the number on the door for this door again. It was the 4th door?
Yes, this is door number 4. Yep.
Okay, well, I was told that these doors and stuff were trapped otherwise. This is meant to be the pathway that we need to follow, but we'll need to be careful.
Right. Who told you this? Torque.
So I was brought into the confidence of Sign Monda after this tragedy has befell the kingdom, It was also why I felt honor bound to return Signmonder to his to the tomb of his forefathers.
Right. So, are there any other surprises we should look out for that you might know about?
By the looks of it, this passageway might not be as may not be as all that safe. So, should we? Is there somebody else who's not so injured? Perhaps make the leap to the second, and then we should. Or should you reach out with your long arm and give the floor a solid tap to see if it is able to support weight?
I'm not sure I would be able to put enough weight into my tentacle to make it activate the trap. But I could wrap it around.
I've seen you put plenty of weight behind the tentacle slaps and whatnot.
Perhaps we could also attach a line to somebody if they're jumping over, so that if they do indeed fall, that they're not going to fall as hard. We could hold on to that.
I think I'll totally tie this rope around myself and let someone take the jump.
You could grab us to the tentacle and stay behind us, holding us up.
Yes, that is what I was thinking. Would wrap it around. It would be less of a fall than it would be on a rope, and the rest of you could hold on to me.
Right, and also, Hector, if you're going to do this, I would like to offer you resistance. So once in the next minute, you can add a d4 to a saving throw.
So who would like to go? I shall wrap my tentacle around you.
Well, I
also
can
offer you some guidance, some wizardly guidance.
Right, well, I can certainly jump, since Signmonder was the one that charged me to potentially make his way to reveal whatever might be of aid. He suggested that there might be something to aid us in our quest here. So I'll do the leap across to the second one, the one that's white, with a line around me, and presumably some of these guys hanging on to us in case I fall foul of a trap again.
Wasn't Hector holding on to you?
In that case, I'll put resistance on Torque. Whoever's going to do the thing, I'll put the resistance on them. Yeah.
Shall wrap my tentacle around you.
Okay. So with all these safety measures in place, you're attempting to leap over to here, Torque, is that correct?
That is correct.
Make me an acrobatics check.
Uh, 16.
No problem. Feel free to jump over the tile and land over here. And you land with a thump. Nothing happens.
I'll take Signmonder's maul and give the next black flagstone next to me a good solid tap to see if it yields in any way.
Oh. Yes. This one here turns out to be a trapdoor as well.
It seems that we need to stick to the white flagstones rather than the dark ones.
So far, yeah.
So far, in any way. Well, nothing risked, nothing gained. I will. We've got 50 foot of rope, so I will at least should be able to jump. You'll have to release your tentacle.
Yes, I suppose.
Alright, well, I'm going to attempt to leap to the far corner.
Okay. Make another acrobatics check, please.
Oh, good thing I'm acrobatic. Not so acrobatic. 6.
You stumble a little bit and fall backwards into this. Balson, can you make me an athletics check, please?
Yeah. 3. Athletics. Oh. That is a 14.
Rope slips out of your fingers. DC is 15.
Oh.
And Pork, you're holding onto a rope, which is the good news. The bad news is Balson is not. You take 17 points of bludgeoning damage and make me a Constitution saving throw.
If I'm wearing my armor, does that get the damage reduction for slamming into the wall? Because I'm meant to be resistant to 3 points of bludgeoning damage.
Oh, this is absolutely bludgeoning damage. Yeah, so give yourself six hit points back from the other ones you lost.
All good. Right,
Yep.
17.
Your
for
armor,
that. So
your heavy
that-
armor master, I think it's called, protects you,
Yep.
so you get 6 hit points back.
Bonk, bink, smash. Alright, okay. And a Constitution saving throw, you
Yep.
said. 13.
Yep.
Add a D4 to that if you want.
Well, I'll give you this for free. A 13 succeeds. You do not inhale some of the putrid water. So you're at the bottom of a pit, and we'll say knee-deep putrid water, holding on to one end of a rope while the other one coils down around you.
Yeah, okay. To my north and south, is there a solid column?
Yep, you just like in a
this
pit.
pit.
Yep, just a solid 1 5x5 pit.
Okay. Alright, so I can't see to my southeast.
Nope.
See if there's another pit there. Okay. Right, help? I've fallen and I'm not sure I can get out.
Baleson jumps across.
Make me an
I'll do my
acrobatics check.
acrobatics.
DC 10.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Here we go. DC 10. Let's go. Yeah. I jumped into the wall. I jumped so far.
So it's not so much it's not so much that the distance is long, is to land in such a way that you don't stand on any of the grey tiles. So that's why it's acrobatics. Anybody can make the jump, just how elegantly you can make the jump. But Bowson, you make an elegant jump.
Pass it up to me. Pass up the rope.
50 feet.
50 feet throw of the rope, is it? Okay.
You can certainly try
think you
with
can.
an athletics check. Throwing a 50-foot cord or rope up 50 feet
I'll
is
lie
not
down.
easy.
I'm going to lie down over the edge and put my arm down as far as I can. So that's like 5 foot off.
Cool, we'll make it
Standing
at
like
advantage
6 foot,
then.
That's...
Still DC 20. Make an athletics check, Torque.
Oh dear.
DC 20.
19.
19. You
19.
always grab it, touches your fingertips, but then bloop, coils all the way back.
All
down.
right. Well, someone else chuck me a rope. Then we're going to have to throw this other one down there now.
Well, I might be able to help here. I've got my little buddy, and I bring up Mage Hand.
Ah, yeah.
And so I'll have to get over to where Belson.
Tell you what, if I jump forwards, so if I jump across, and then you can jump there, would that make sense?
Well, yeah.
Yeah, all right. I'll jump forwards. Hold on. Wait. Yep. Yoink. Oh my gosh.
I hope Bowson's wearing underwear because you get quite the view from down there, Torque.
Putrid below, putrid above.
Right,
guys,
so I guess
this is
I'll
a
try
long corridor.
I'll try and make the jump to there then.
Acrobatics, DC 10. Yeah, no problem.
Right, and I'll send my Mage Hand down. What's the range on Mage Hand? I think it's
30 feet.
60? 30 feet.
It's 30, yep.
Oh yeah, I'll Mage Hand down 30 feet and try to get Torque to chuck the rope up that far at least.
Okay, make me an athletics check, DC 10, we'll say. That's quite a relatively easy throw. So athletics, DC 10, Torque.
17.
Alright, so you got the rope. You can easily pull it up past Timothy with your mage hand.
Yeah, I'll pull it up and give it to Belson because I'm not pulling this one up. We're in too much armor.
All right.
Belson,
I
athletics
anchor
at
myself.
advantage.
Yep.
Yep, athletics at advantage.
Where am I going to end up standing though? Is there going to be space for me? For us to share?
Well, you can reach the other side though, maybe.
Let's see what the dice say. Oh, yeah.
20.
Where are you placing him? Were you pulling him up?
I'm pulling them up, but I see what you mean now.
Yeah, well, you can share a space, you just can't end your turn there. Like,
Okay.
what I
So you can squish up into Balson's move, but the jump is going to be difficult for the first person to jump because there's just room to maneuver.
Hit the trapdoor with the butt of my sword just to see if it falls apart.
Certainly
This
does.
one. Oh, this one here.
Oh, sorry.
You've
Yeah,
gone
move
too
that
far.
along.
Yeah.
Move that along. Yeah, there we go. That one there.
All right. I know that Torque has my rope tied around him, so I'm just going to jump and just hold on. Yoink. Hopefully I make it.
Take Talk down with you. Oh.
Alright, now there's the first one, and there's the second one.
You're rolling at
Yay!
advantage because...
I thought I was rolling at disadvantage. That was
No.
the second one, the 13 and the 9.
No, I don't remember saying that.
No, the DC's different. DC's harder.
Oh, the DC harder. Okay, so I roll a 13.
Assuming Torque was in there, from the square
Yeah, he
that
was.
Torque was in,
Yep.
13's fine. Even with the confined...
I tap the next one. Okay.
If we look down into the hole now that it's collapsed, we can see the next one is solid. This one over here,
Yeah.
like we can see there's a wall to it.
I mean, the only difference between them is the one's black, one's white.
Like,
Oh,
But
I
after you've
see.
collapsed the...
Oh,
we
I see what
see
so
you're
we
that
know
saying.
that the white one's fine?
White one's fine. I see what you're saying.
Yep, okay, cool. Alright, let's go for a jump. Hui. Yay.
Yeah, no problem.
Oh, not too that far. Whoa, calm down.
Almost in a step.
Alright,
I'm
no.
gonna tap.
Yep.
Yep. I'll tap the black.
While they're doing this, I like to look around, kind of up the walls and the ceiling. If there are any like handholds or anywhere we could like tie a rope off to make it a little bit safer, or
No, it's pretty plain. There's no surfaces
right.
you tie onto. And just to solve some unnecessary tapping, you discover that every black square is a potential pit trap. Every white square is solid. So we'll just... You work that out. It doesn't take a genius. White squares are safe, grey/black squares are not.
Are we going to stay together in like a sort of like a mountaineering group, all belayed each other, so we're holding so that the next person, if they fall,
That's
they
a
don't
really
fall too
good
far?
idea. Yeah, and like maybe with 15 feet of rope between us, each person, so it's not like a full 50-foot drop, and then you got to drag them out.
However, when I jump forward, I'll be 20 feet in front of you, so 15 feet wouldn't be good. You
There we
want
go.
a little bit more.
Good math.
Yeah,
math.
Yeah.
Okay.
25 feet.
We've got at least
Do
2
that,
ropes, so you can tie the ropes together easily enough.
I am going to cast a Cure Wounds on myself since I did fall unceremoniously. Before I move on. Just in the hope that I would survive.
I tell you what, your plan at the moment seems pretty good. You tie the ropes together, and anytime someone falls, you're going to have at least 2 people holding on to you. Well, 1, I guess, if you're at the front or the back. But I think this is going to be a bunch of unnecessary dice rolls because your plan is so solid. So feel free, Hector, Wiz, everybody, just to proceed down the corridor and just don't stop on the blue squares, and you're fine.
Oh,
That door
This is interesting. Wait.
Okay. Yep.
What's,
Oh, careful when we get to the doors. We're looking for numbers again.
Hmm?
like, don't we have to stay in order though as we're going through this? There's some doors. There's some doors in front of us. Was he?
Yep. So we're looking for the doors, and I believe we're meant to be looking for the second door. So we get to hear other doors numbered.
Yep,
So
this one that's somebody pinged at is indeed door number 2.
But it obviously has. Are we able to reach the door from the squares to the north and south of it?
Oh.
Without standing onto the pit trap?
Yep, you can.
Okay, well, this is the one that I was instructed we should open next. So I'm going to attempt to open it. I don't know whether it's easier to get to it from the north, like which way it opened.
You can just jump across if you like.
Yep. Well, after you, Balson, I think you're at the front of this.
Who are you? What are you doing in the vaults of Halsmunder? You here to plague? You here to pillage? You'll have to get through me first. Vile defilers of the crypts of Halsmunder.
No, we were sent here by Simonda, the late Simonda. We brought his corpse here to lay him to rest, and then he'd given a good friend here, Torque, who's just behind me. He's given him the ability, a special mission here.
You think I'm some type of daft fool? Everybody comes here claiming they're coming from Halsmunder. Prepare to die. He brings out 2 massive battle axe, one in each arm.
Oh no!
Wish I could see what was going on.
Yeah, there is. This guy brings out a battle axe. He looks like a giant snake.
Oh!
Oh my gosh!
I'll show the art in a second.
Yeah.
East shall not pass, lest ye be of Munders. And if thou art a Brewster, demand the rightful share and will not be cheated. Come!
No, please, I beg you to understand. We've been sent here by Simonda himself. Trust me.
Not some daft old fool. Without proof, your claims mean naught.
Alright, I might have proof, but I need you to move forward, Balson. Is there space for you to move forward?
Yes, there is. I moved forward once, but he might attack me. He's wielding big things. Come on, Torque.
Right, well, so I will jump to there. I wish to display the ring that was given to me and Simonda's maul with the family crest upon it.
Let's see if you go quicker before he swings his axe at Balson. Let's make this an initiative roll. You roll 7. So roll initiative, Torque, and beat a 7.
13, my highest initiative roll so far.
Yay!
And so you jump just before he swings his axe, and what do you do?
I'm displaying the maul which has the crest of Simonda on it and the signet ring.
Oh, I die, intruder! And he takes his axe and you're telling the truth. You're telling me, Lord Simonda. What's this say? Give me a persuasion check, Torque.
12.
Wait, did you get that ring?
Simonda charged me to return his body and his effects to his family crypt, and entrusted this secret to me. I believe I also have Simonda's shield, which might also have some sort of crest on it, although I assume that since we've been jumping and holding stuff, that would be in my pack.
it. You may enter the vault of House Munder. You may take what wealth you find there, up to 90%, but no more. Not be greedy. This house was not built on greed. Built on greed. He opened the door and stands aside and lets you go in.
Thank you. You go forward, talk. You can go first.
So are we detaching ropes and stuff now?
Yeah, feel
Once
free
we get in the room, yeah.
Mechanically,
Right,
it's a
so
bit
jump.
awkward undoing the ropes, but feel free to move freely, all PCs.
Alright, just don't stand in the same square as me.
Yeah.
Let the others come forward.
Yay. Looking around, this is indeed the treasures of House Monder. The first thing you find is a wooden box. It is
Alright, so I
various
scroll the screen over.
Got it, book?
Yep. So I'm not sure to what extent wealth might help us here. Perhaps magically inclined might detect to see if there is anything here of a magical nature that might help us.
Well, I'll give you
I
these
don't
ones.
know.
So these are the magical items that you find. There's many gold here. Some scrolls of Lester Restoration, Dispel Magic, Remove Curse, Protection from Poison.
That's pretty cool.
6 potions of healing. +1 hand axe. +1 light
Plus
hammer.
one hand axe.
Gemstone of Brightness, 7 charges, and an Iron Stone of Protection. And there is a leather-bound book on the table that is apparently the personal journal of Lord Signmunder.
Well, to the extent that we might benefit from these, is there anyone that would benefit? I think the scrolls may very well come in useful.
And the
Us?
potions of healing.
I wonder whether anything here I would like to read, if I may, the last few entries in Signmunder's family tome.
So you're gonna read the journal, yeah?
Yep, the last couple of entries to see if they what suspicions he might have, or
Well,
what his thoughts were.
First of all, does someone want to recount what happened in the Fey Realm? What is the public knowledge of what happened in the Fey Realm?
You want to tell us? Talk. As you remembered it.
So, well, as I entered the Fey Realm, I was separated from the rest of the group and encountered an old woman who said that she could help me, but I end up horribly injured as a result. As far as I know, it's reported to me that that's where Prince Krasner was fatally wounded, along with other. Yeah, was also killed in the attempt to rescue the Queen.
Mm-hmm. They weren't fatally wounded, though. The official version is they were stuck in some Fey Realm quicksand, and despite the efforts of everybody, Prince Krasner and Father Lester were killed by the quicksand. Most inglorious of death. You also know that in the Fey Realm, King Wardren defeated a guy called King Desmag, who was the king of the Fey realm, and they sympathized with each other, and they formed an allegiance after the battle. And King Desmag blessed the crown of Eglarion with a blessing of plenty to make up for the trouble he caused. And on the way back, Prince Krasner and Father Lester were followed by quicksand. This is pretty much what everybody knows, that the Queen was saved, and the King Desmag blessed the crown, and unfortunately Prince Krasner and Father Lester were swallowed by quicksand in the swamp and died.
So the crown itself was something regularly worn by the king after that point?
Yeah.
Was it only for ceremonial purposes? Okay.
No, it just has some innate magical properties, so it makes sense for the king to wear it just almost all the time. Now, if you remember, who remembers, was Lord Simonda telling the truth?
No.
Someone incited him, and he's not telling the whole story, and despite your arm twisting, he refused to say any more, because he said he swore an oath to King Waldron, and only upon his death would he reveal what it is, and even in death he wouldn't. In this journal, Torque, this is maybe why Lord Simonda entrusted you with the ring. He said, King Waldron, he's not quite sure if the crown was blessed, because he struck a deal, and he supposed that this has affected the realm. He doesn't know the details of the bargain, as it was discussed privately by two drunk kings during the feast. So something extra is about the crown, you don't know what. Now, of course, during this time, Princess Athena has been born. She's a very ugly 1-year-old baby. Prince Krasner demanded confirmation from the king that he was the rightful heir of Eglarion, because he was the next in line. The princess would presumably after this. King Waldron refused to do this, refused to confirm that Prince Krasner would be a successor. They got into a fight, things came to blows, and King Waldron Azanar killed his son, Prince Krasner. Didn't die in quicksand, he was killed by his king, by his own father. And that's the major piece of information. And you know that it says that Lord Simonda will never reveal this. He's oath sworn to the king, as does Master Eden, the Archmage of the Arcane Tower. Those two people swore an oath not to reveal the fact that the king killed the prince. And that's the major thing you find for the journal. This was the secret that Lord Simonda was holding back.
No! How could it be? No wonder such evil has befallen this kingdom. So perhaps it was not a blessing but a curse.
Aye.
It's placed upon the crown. Now the head that wears it, perhaps that explains the strange happenings at the coronation.
Although it seemed like the mum knew what was happening the whole time.
None but that demon queen who called Waldron a player. She knew.
Well, what should we do with this information? Does it inform us? And still, by the tradition of kings and queens, as I understand it, the succession has followed to the next in line. I wonder why he refused to put Krasner in the line of succession.
Yes.
Well, as the spirit said, we should not take too much of what we would do there. So I think the potions of healings, it would make sense for each of us to carry one of those. Our healers, perhaps these scrolls of lesser restoration.
Yeah, I'll take one of them.
The weapons themselves, the hand axes and the light hammer. Who would be well suited for using those?
Not so much for me.
I carry the maul of Simonda. I believe that's is also a fine weapon and also accrues a +1. And I think
because I've got my +1 rapier, which as a rogue multi-class thing, I don't need another +1 weapon, so that might stop us from taking 90% if we leave both of those. Stone of Protection looks pretty cool.
Yeah.
So was that iron? Is that iron or is that a
IOUN? Iron.
I'll be pronouncing it wrong, but I'm spelling it correctly.
Okay. Well, perhaps who amongst us is the most vulnerable that might benefit from additional protection? I'm a well-armored and hardy person.
I just don't think I'll use my action to do it.
Oh, is it something that requires attunement and...
Oh, well, once you use it, it stays active for a while.
Does that come up?
Sorry, this one. That's what Ironstone does.
Here we go. Yeah, I showed the generic picture.
Basically, +1 bonus to your AC.
Do you think that I could use it? It's a wondrous item.
Does require attunement.
Would make me a little bit more tanky, although the difference between 15 and 16 is little. The difference between 18 and 19 is substantial.
Well, I also have Simonda's shield, which we've yet to see if it has any special properties other than being a family heirloom.
Well, you see, I'd happily use that shield and wield the shield if you want me to.
I mean, the only reason I held on to it is because obviously it was Simonda's and my loyalty to him. Wiz, would it be possible for you to see if the shield is in itself just a fine shield or whether it is a particularly fine shield?
I could certainly look. If you'd let me roll for that.
Waiting for the roll.
And just study it on the... What roll? Just Arcana?
Yeah, Arcana. Yeah, Arcana.
Oh.
Good enough, Wiz. Well, first of all, that's what the shield does. That's what it looks like. If you don't want to read it, basically you can use a shield and have 2 hands free.
Ooh.
Oh, wow.
Who's fighting?
Wow.
With a shield.
Well, I suppose that means that I could...
Yeah, you could use it.
2-hand with the weapons.
You need to be
what
proficient.
weapon have I got? I've got...
That's the only thing. You need to be proficient in
I would have
shields.
thought...
Seems the shield is an animated shield. If you use it this way, you can actually cause it to float around you and function similarly to as if you were just holding the shield.
That looks good for you,
Give it
Tor.
back to Torque.
All right. Well, perhaps I should hand on to that. Although I do have the other shield that I originally had, and if anyone would want that, I would think we should leave that in here, perhaps.
No, I love this shield. I need a shield. I didn't realise because I normally play two-hand barbarians.
Yep.
I love a little shield, please.
Okay. Well, then you can inherit the hand-me-down shield, I suppose.
Cool, thank you.
So I've got the maul. The maul is just a single-handed weapon, isn't it? No, it's two-handed to use the maul.
So it makes sense for you to have the animated shield.
Okay, well then I'll keep the maul. And who then could wield the hammer or the light hand axe?
I can, but I don't really need it because I've got the +1 rapier, and
Well, I think the hand axe is like a thrown ranged weapon, though, is it not?
Both of them
I've got my bow as well. Sorry. Yeah.
Young Hector, would you be able to use the hand axe to give you some ranged capabilities?
Ranged capabilities are fine. They get.
The thing I would say with the animated okay, and you can't just have it on all the time because it just life becomes awkward if you're always holding a shield. So in a bonus action to put the shield up. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Pretty cool.
That's another reason why it's not good for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
I've added that to your sheet talk and I've attuned it for you, so. But just keep in mind your armor class will be 16, but when you activate it, it'll go up to 18.
Okay. And do I get rid of my shield? Take my shield off anyway. Yep. Okay. Well, so if we don't need the hammer or the hand axe, we should leave those here. Since we need that not. In terms of the potions of healing, I think it wise that we each take one and keep the additional one. Who's perhaps the person who should carry the extra potion?
I'll hold on to it.
Yep. And do we have much need of actual gold or gemstones? Certainly, I think we should not take the iron statue of the efficient master, since that is Steinmonder's and my god of choice.
Alston says he doesn't want it in the slightest.
Right. There's the gems of brightness. Would that be of use in dark places?
They look very
I had a
pretty.
look. I mean, I've got dark vision, so that's fine. You can use a charge to blind someone for a minute. Is that what it says? That's the legacy. Yeah.
Well, is it worth taking it with us then, or not? Because I propose that we don't take anything we don't feel we can put to use. No need to hoard.
No, exactly.
I could always blind someone. That sounds great. Sounds like fun.
Okay, you take it then.
And this stone of protection.
That's pretty cool.
Requires
so who would
gives you +1 to your armor class.
So I was just wondering if Hector or Pastor Timothy might benefit from that, or indeed Wiz.
I don't think it'd do me much good.
Well, would that not
already
rise?
I already have a couple of tuned items.
I have no attuned items, but Just
I
concerned
think
about
I think Hector should have it just because a freaky tentacle dude with a stone flying around his head. That's pretty awesome.
It would add to the aesthetic. Also, worst case scenario, I can just throw it at somebody.
No, it's not a weapon. It protects you.
Anything can be a weapon if you try hard enough. Sorry, I think I may have swallowed some of the rain from earlier in my throat.
Get the ion stone to your equipment, Hector, and it tuned it for you, so your armor class is now 15.
Thank you.
I'll make the adjustment in roll 20 because I can't adjust that for you. The AC 14, passive perception 11. If you change that to 15, that'd be appreciated.
And I'll change it as well. Well, mine's up to 17 now.
So that just leaves the scrolls. I'd be happy to share them out between me and you, Wiz. One each of the ones that are two of, and take your pick of Dispel Magic or Remove Curse.
I'll just take whatever ones you don't want to use. I think it'd be best to pass out scrolls to those who don't have a lot of spell slots to cast things, because anybody should be able to use those.
Can anybody use scrolls, or is it just magic people?
You need to be able to know spells of that level. I'm not sure, actually.
Yeah, that's what I always thought it was.
Anyone can use spell scrolls.
But you have to make an Arcana check if you are trying to cast something that you don't have spell, I think.
Yeah, something like that. However, spell scrolls, they can only be cast by a creature who has that spell on their class's spell list. That means that even if a character can read the scroll, they can only cast it if they're a spellcaster and the spell is on their spell covers. Okay.
Yeah.
So, no good for me.
They're all on my spell list.
Surely Dispel
So
Magic will be on Wizard's one.
Dispel Magic is. I'm not sure if the others are.
And Paladin, your Cure Wounds would surely be on your thing.
Yep.
Cure Wounds, yes, but there's... I don't see a Cure Wounds spell scroll.
Oh, sorry. I misread it. That's Lesser Restoration. Protection from poison. Sorry. There was the Potion of Healing.
Lesser Restoration is...
I can use Lesser Restoration.
Remove Curse is on Paladin, and
I cannot use Remove Curse.
Right, well, if that's the case, then since it seems like I could be able to use it at some stage.
I also cannot use Protection from Poison, so I can only use Dispel Magic and Lesser Restoration.
Oh yeah, so it sounds like Wiz, Dispel Magic, and Lesser Restoration, or Remove Curse and Protection from Poison, and Pastor Timothy, Lesser Restoration, and Protection from Poison.
Cool.
I just revealed the whole map because these maps are cool and they're worth revealing the whole thing.
The scroll for Remove Curse, what level is that? So,
Third, I think.
right, so I'm just add a generic scroll, 3rd level.
Yeah.
Yeah, 3rd level.
It's on the Paladin list.
I was seeing if my class would let me use other spell scrolls, but I don't believe it does.
No, maybe once you get magical secrets, maybe.
That's what I was looking up, and that's not the case. So just the dispel magic and lesser restoration for me.
And if you like, Wiz,
I got it.
I'll let you have a play with the gem of brightness at some point if you want.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah.
Only 7 charges on the gem, but it doesn't require attunement, so that's good.
All right, so I feel that perhaps we've gained all that we can, so we have to make our way back out and pay our final respects to Stein Monda. From here, although we're close to the Tunnel of Love, the entrance to the Tunnel of Love, I think that we're not yet ready to head that way. So what say you in terms of where we head next?
I feel like, I don't know about you, but I'm in desperate need of rest.
Yeah, I wouldn't like to do anything hectic without getting some rest. Before we leave, though, I'd like to thank the Guardian of the Tomb.
It's alright, any ally of Lord Sign Mundar is an ally of mine.
Right. And is there anything that you need? Are you alright here? We send some food for you or something.
No, I can sustain myself, it's fine. I've been guarding this tomb for hundreds of years. I'm self-sufficient.
Well,
Tell me,
at least it's on its way.
I need to ask you one more question though. Oh, I heard you talking about the crown. The crown rests upon the Queen's head. Do you plan to rest that off the Queen's head?
That is our aim as well, yes. It is our aim.
Once you have the crown, what do you plan to do with it?
Since we believe it has been chanted or cursed, we should endeavour to remove the curse to see if that can restore some sanity to this kingdom.
Removing the curse is an excellent idea. If you do not manage it, there is one person and one person only I trust in this kingdom, apart from Lord Sign Mandar. You've been reading that journal talk, you'd know who we're talking about. Who's the one man in this kingdom that we can trust with this task?
So we would. Is that the
Archmage?
Yes, the Archmage.
The Archmage.
He also.
Well, he is a literal Archmage. So if you do manage to fail to do it, then I suggest you visit Master Eden a visit in the Arcane Tower. No one was a more trusted ally of Lord Sign Mundar, and no one would have the power to remove the curse greater than Master Eden. So I don't think you're going to be able to do it, but if you do manage to wrench the crown off it, if you do manage to fail to remove the curse, then I suggest you visit Master Eden at the Arcane Tower. The only man Lord Sign Mundar truly trusted.
So that is after we can secure the crown, if that's possible at all. So the Tomb of the Constructor, potentially, or were we going to see if we could offload the contents of the Chest of Nullification?
But the Chest of Nullification seems a lot more achievable without the fine gift of this doppelganger space. It means that there can be more of us in there, and we can also, dare I say it, if one of us keeps the other one talking, another one dresses up as you was, And then the final person wears the face, then I strongly suggest that we might be able to infiltrate it with like 3 of us, at the very least.
You've been plotting, Belson.
Well, one thing I'll just point out that Wiz would know. These magical glyphs, like these red ones,
Yep.
what's his name? Wiz would effectively be immune to those, but a doppelganger who looks like Wiz would not. Because Wiz,
I got you.
be a hook or by crook, has become a trusted ally of Master Rainbird. Not only did he stand in the ceremony for him, but he also gave information that led to the death of Lord Simonda, among others. And he's very much in the Queen's good graces, and therefore Wiz is in the good graces of Master Rainbird. But only Wiz will not trigger the red glyphs, but someone who looks like Wiz would.
And what do these glyphs actually do?
They go boom.
Are they damage? They go boom. All right,
Yeah.
sweet. So, yeah, so we still need to dispel those. And there's no anti-magic field. It's just an anti-teleportation field, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep. So things like the teleports, Misty Step.
Misty Step and teleport.
But we were in possession of the spray that could dispel magic for some short time, but that's only a limited commodity. Liz, would that act to neutralize these glyphs for people to pass?
I would guess so, but without actually testing it, I can't give you a for sure answer.
But now the cologne
I've got-
of dispelling only has 6 charges.
Yeah, 6 charges. So we need to get through. Now I've got an interesting suggestion. I mean, in this tomb, and I know there might be other tomb robbers around, but if we shut the door, dare I say it, should we have a rest in here?
Since our only other port of call would be to return to the menagerie and seek shelter with the vagabonds, this place is rest.
Well, with a serpent watching our back, probably.
Yeah.
Well, we should perhaps just check whether it would cause any offence to the ancestors of Simon.
No better place to rest than a tomb. Take a rest, get some shut-eye, I'll keep an eye out. This is the guard.
Oh, fantastic.
So if you wish to take a long rest, Evan, feel free to take a long rest.
Yep. I'd love to take a long rest. Mm-hmm.
Weeping like the dead.
Oh my gosh. We might change that. Oh.
Just as a reminder as well, to open this door here, you must trigger all the sub-locks. Like you have to go to all the yellow places, and then only then will the main vault door open.
Oh,
Cool. Well, which one do you feel more confident about achieving? Are we going to the Emporium again?
Well,
I
do we
think
need-
so. We don't have a firm plan, but it seems like we're running interference for Wiz. He's the one who can get.
I could always try
Well,
to
I was
convince him
thinking-
one last time to just let me keep the chest using my good favor and unload it into the vault.
Okay. Well, Yeah, so
Mine.
that would be.
that the chest was stolen from Master Ranbird by Wesio's Tane wife. She left with it, so it's a stolen thing that he probably wants back. So keep that in mind. If you show him the chest, his rackles might be raised.
Risen rankles.
I mean, if we did that and he did take the chest back, we'd still just have to get in the vault to get it back. But then if that was the case, he'd notice it missing again, and I'd probably lose any favor I have.
Would you be able to, like, if one of us wore the mask, the doppelganger mask, so we need to get to all these yellow spots, do we? To open the arcane lock. So the two out here, that one and this one, don't really appear to be behind any glyphs per se. Oh no, to get to that one you need to, no, that's the front door, so we can get there. We can get there. Coming upstairs, we could turn that one off. It's just this one that's hidden behind things. How do we turn the arcane locks off? Is it just a ritual spell, is it, Malcolm?
It's a
Or do we need
mechanical
to spray
thing.
it with the spell?
That's mechanical.
Mechanical thing.
Like there's one wall and you twist the torch. So that type of thing.
Okay, cool. So,
And the upper level, I'll just
problem-
point out, this whole level is pretty much Master Ranbird's private study and room and bedroom. So this is the top floor. You suspect
That's
it's
gonna
going to
be
be a
the
lot more
problem.
difficult. Yeah, it's going to be the problem, exactly. This one,
I know.
just need to go to the toilet for this one. That's relatively easy.
Yeah, so I'm just wondering whether if Wiz, you could convince the master to come and see something, and we might be able to go upstairs, one of us disguised as the master himself, and another one with a disguised self dressed as you.
Here's a
And while
wild
you're
idea.
distracted. Yep.
What if someone who else can do disguise self disguises themselves as me and distracts Master Baradio? And then me being able to pass the red glyphs uses the mask to change into one of the arcane sentinels and then goes to deactivate all the locks. That way, if I'm caught, it doesn't perceive that I am the one who is doing it.
Okay.
And then you can still keep him distracted while I go down into the vault and drop off the chest, able to pass everything because of me being me.
Well, my only question is who has the best skills in this particular area to convince Master Bernhard, Bertio Ranbeard, that they are you. I'm not. I know that I was with these performing artists, but I'm not much of a performing artist myself.
Well, I've been known to be quite persuasive.
Okay.
Honestly, it wouldn't even have to be me. You could be any Queen's Guard or a warehouse knight. Just something to keep him occupied. You could even try to potentially convince him the Queen needs to see him. Although he can communicate with her from afar, so you run that risk. The biggest thing would be me being an arcane sentinel. That way, it doesn't seem like I'm the one looting the place.
I like that idea. Yeah, I'm not particularly charismatic at the best of times.
While you guys are plotting, you can plot behind the DMs and back, because I need to change over some laundry, so I'll just be a few minutes, but
Cool.
feel free to plot away. I'll be right back.
Because the
My
biggest
God, I thought that guy
charisma-
never leave. Here's what we're gonna do.
Yeah. So, because Talk, you've got quite a bit of charisma too, right?
Yes, but I'm not sure I could feign being of magical nature in the same way that Wiz, since he's been so impressive.
Timothy's probably our best bet on that regard.
So Timothy's wearing. Is Timothy going to wear the? So who's wearing the mask?
I would have to. Timothy has disguise self.
Yeah.
Oh, yep. So okay, cool. So Timothy's going to go in and distract him, and you wear the mask, and you can do your thing, and I'll give you the dispel magic. Doozy, what's it?
So, in terms of the distraction, what would distract the master, though? What could you offer that would hold his attention for enough time?
What? Okay.
You could be. Oh, we don't know what Avra looks like.
Who's
No.
got a nice Rikyo?
Does anyone have Speak with Dead? We could go into the shop and buy a scroll of Speak with Dead. And then go back to the Lucky Lake.
That still wouldn't give us the exact book. Also, know that she might be.
You can ask him where he
upstairs
keeps a picture of her.
You could ask. Yeah, well, that might be something. Yeah. Do we say that something was in the Lucky Leap Tavern that he's connected to? Because that's where she used to hang out, or where her old boyfriend used to hang out.
Or perhaps we could reveal the story of it, that rumor has it, that a chest of a description magical in nature was amongst those things, so that would be the story that you need to spin out.
Yeah.
Yep. So that would be the story that you need to spin out about rumors have it and how it is that you knew that. So
rumors have it that what? Sorry, that the chest is. I got the chest. The chest.
So
is somewhere.
that Ricio Tane, now deceased, and his wife, now deceased, came into possession of a magical box, and if you could describe it, that then if you do the description of it, pique his interest, and then perhaps the description of the burning of the tavern, and that possibly it would still be amongst the remnants there that might get him to want to go and investigate.
That's a good point.
But I suppose it runs the risk of you being asked to go and recover it.
Well, I mean, if I'm keeping him busy, then I'm keeping him busy.
Yeah, perfect.
DM is back and is listening.
So,
while you were away, we succeeded.
Oh!
yeah.
Okay, well done. Campaign over. Let's look at the next campaign now. Well done. Right, you got a plan? You need more planning, or is it time to activate?
I like the scroll of Speak with Dead, but that one might be a little out there.
I'm gonna have to use the bathroom before we do this plan. Back in a sec.
That is wise.
Oh no, shitting bricks.
So the basic.
Was there?
So
Yep.
the basic
When we were at the
premise.
Lucky Leap, you go ahead.
I was going to say, we were just going to summate who's doing what, which you could do. But so you had something to say about the Lucky Leap.
While we were at the Lucky Leap, did Ricio ever have any pictures of Avra around the tavern that any of us would have seen?
Yeah. Yeah, she's a classic blue-eyed blonde hair, quite beautiful white lady.
And she wasn't at the Lucky Leap when it burnt down.
No,
Well, because they'd split up. He thought she was dead, and we heard her through the wall, or heard her mentioning her name or something.
Mm-hmm.
So she's potentially.
Yes.
So she's potentially in that area. She's potentially in here.
what Ricio told you was that Avrithia went undercover inside of the Emporium of Magical Rarities and effectively faked a romantic interest in Master Ranbird to do they were originally planning to rob this place. This was going to be the robbery of all robberies. But unfortunately, Ranbird found out at the last minute. Avrithia fled, but before she fled, she grabbed this chest of magic nullification and then gave it to Ricio and said, I gotta run, he's gonna find me. And she ran, and Ricio has assumed that she's being killed. He's tried like magical means, message spells, but no response. But saying all of that, it is true that you heard Master Renbird talking about someone called Avra. Could be short for Avrithia, could be something else, but definitely you did hear that sound in this room. Mind you, got to go in that room anyway, since that's where one of the mechanical locks is.
Precisely. I wonder if Benicia should just go as Avra then, and then teleport out.
No, can't teleport
Stuff
out.
Yeah.
remember.
No, but like, go to the doorway and say, I demand to see Master Avra. He comes down, and then just catch me if you can, and then get him away safely.
Yeah, I mean, we could pull the old Battle of Champions, a demonic version of Avra, who has come back to expose his secrets, and if he doesn't meet somewhere in the city at some point, then she'll expose his secrets to get him to leave the Emporium. Also, if there is someone in there by the name of Avra, then it's possible that if we can just get him out of that room and talk to whoever it is, we can potentially convince them to distract him or use them as a distraction in some way to keep him occupied.
And if it is Avrithia, you could say that he pulled in the hit on her lover. I think that would stir stuff up.
Or
But
another route could be someone, or Timothy disguises self as like someone who's like a very important person, or like maybe the Archmage, and has come to request a very like specific custom item or form of knowledge from Rambert himself. And that he doesn't want to deal with one of the Sentinels.
I fear that is a risky strategy, since I have not yet met. It was 20 years since I last met the Archmage, so I have no idea what he looks like now. So should we not stick to people that we do in fact know? And we don't know if.
I think the first idea is the best idea.
But we don't know if Avra is actually being held by the mage here, so I think it unwise to pretend to be that person.
Oh, Timothy's been gone for this whole conversation. Listen to the plan, guys. Listen to the plan.
No, we're going with the plan. I know the plan.
Which plan do you know?
I'm going to be Wiz, and I'm going to distract Master Video Ranbird with stories. Just going to tell him stories. Or is there a better plan?
The story, you know which story we were discussing while Malcolm was away, though? Because obviously it needs to be a fresh new story to hold his interest as well.
Yeah, that story. Other stories. Heaps of stories.
All the stories. Multi-story dwelling.
You could go to him as me and discuss that you found the location of the tomb of the constructor and that there should be a bunch of knowledge back there, and that on his behalf you will go to the tomb and discover its secrets for him. In turn, if he makes you his right-hand apprentice.
Oh, yeah.
That would be believable that you're me while I go and hit all the buttons as a arcane sentinel. The only thing is he's likely to be in one of these two rooms.
Yep.
So we'd have to figure out which room he's in first and hit the button of that room before we do anything and get him out of that room. So say he's in his room. I would go into the study and I would activate the study one, and then I would leave, and then somebody would have to get him out of his room and hopefully keep him in the study, for example, while we hit all the other buttons.
True.
The study is the Pink Lion room?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
And the other one is his bedroom.
Okay, so where do we make the switch between you and me?
You're always Wiz, are you not? All the way through?
I'm always Wiz all the way through, but two wizards entering is going to be.
I would enter as.
Internal.
You would enter as me, and you would probably have to distract the arcane sentinel at the door. In which case, then I would swap into one of the arcane sentinels that's typically sleeping at this time. And then I would enter and go in while you have the front desk one distracted.
Yeah, and these
it's not
arcane
like I entered.
just dudes, or they're constructs, or
A human.
yeah.
Yep, just they're apprentices of Master Ranbird. They're there to learn from him.
Right.
Yeah, so basically, you go in as me, you distract the guy at the door, and then so I could come in as one of the apprentices, but he doesn't see me enter. Or you can enter as a regular person, distract him. I sneak in as myself, or anyone really, get past him without him noticing, and then you leave and come back as me. Or we can just go the route of we use one of the dispelling clones to get a window open.
Mm-hmm.
And then enter that way. And that could also potentially be another distraction, is if everybody is in there causing a ruckus. If half the party's in a random room causing a ruckus, Rambert might answer to it himself. While one or two of us can sneak around and activate buttons.
If our goal is to get his attention, we may as well jump him, no?
But potentially he might be an ally in the future if we need. Although he has aligned himself with the current queen, probably
he's a
be
wizard.
I'm just
so
scared that he's a level 20 wizard, and we would all be turned into slugs and squished.
Well, a wizard wouldn't be able to cast spells if he's restrained and gagged by a tentacle.
Well, I think this is probably going to go the same way it always does, boys. We go in quiet and we come out loud. You know, let's try to be stealthy first. Let's try to be tricksy, and then when that fails, you guys come in, fucking wreck shit up.
I like the sound of that.
I say the best, easiest, most probably easiest chance of succeeding is I go in as myself. I go to whatever room would be considered mine, or any empty room. I dispel the window lock, let everyone through, and whether everybody but Timothy stays in the room or not, that is where Timothy would become me, and I would become one of the Arcane Sentinels that's off duty, and then we go from there.
Yeah,
Is your
and
room, Wiz, with
I
the blue
go
circle?
around-
This is your room, Wiz. This one here. The blue circle. That's your room.
Yeah.
I think that,
And we
at
can-
least for the first
can
half,
kind of go-
is the best.
We can go together places after that. I'm you, you're the Arcane Sentinel, and when we get to Ranbird, that's when I start telling my Shaggy Dog story to distract him.
Yeah. Your
Yeah.
what story?
Shaggy Dog story.
Your Shaggy Dog story, not the Tomb of the Constructor.
Or we found a thing that we
Shaggy
believe.
Dog
Oh wait, were
story
you not?
that keeps going and
Were you
keeps
not-
going and going.
Were you not here when I said the Tomb of Constructor part?
Yeah.
Yeah. He's just going to keep it rolling.
I think you'd be interested to know about the Tomb of Simonda as well.
Oh yeah. But there's a journal down there that is. Oh, I guess he would ask. I guess he would ask for the journal. That'd be another one if you bring the journal.
Did you bring the journal, Torque?
I wouldn't have removed the journal, and I think perhaps, I mean, for that, but that would only count as hearsay, and also in the light of the Queen's rule, probably as heresy as well, something that would place Simonda at least at greater jeopardy.
Greater jeopardy than
Well, he's
being
dead.
Yeah, I can imagine his legacy and his tomb being razed to the ground by a vengeful queen.
But we remember that Rambert is also a great seeker of knowledge. So if it benefits him, he would probably keep it to himself.
But does it count as evidence as far as the lawgivers would be concerned, since it's just he said he was sworn to secrecy, and the only one that could corroborate it is the Archmage? Would that
It would
not
more be
also-
that he might be interested in the history of Simonder's journal as like a personal thing, not so much as like for the Queen.
Since he's quite happy with the transition in power there, do you think he might not, if he knew that knowledge, then look to silence the Archmage as a potential threat to the Queen?
I believe I can omit some details, Stark. I don't have to tell him the whole truth and nothing but the truth, you know?
Yeah.
Yes, because it would be terrible if somebody was to reveal a secret location and that result in the death of innocent sheltering.
Are we throwing stones here, Turk? Are we throwing stones, are we?
We knew that the windows were magically sealed, and our spray of dispersal, would that remove the seal? Or should we just
Presumably.
all be sneaking in through the back room?
We haven't
And,
tried it, but that's what we would presume.
So is there any benefit to us inside men going?
I think it's the two inside men.
The two inside men is probably the safe bet, but if things go wrong, I know message doesn't work to outside the building. I'm unsure if message works inside the building. I would assume because how would he?
I
That's
thought
work
you told us
inside.
that he'd. I thought
must-
that he'd used some copper wires to communicate to the Queen.
The copper wire is just the material component needed to cast the message spell. That was just...
Yes, but Rain had done that, so that worked within the confines of.
The rules don't apply to him because it's his private sanctum.
Oh,
Yeah, exactly.
But I know that they all communicate with each other, so I would assume that message works inside to people who are inside.
You know that it does.
Okay,
Yeah.
so if you guys hid in the room, presumably nobody's going to enter my room. But if we need something, I could message you inside, and you guys could cause a ruckus in like the meeting room or something, or the classroom, to draw attention off of us. Only if things start going bad, though. That, or some people could, like one or two could enter here, and then another one could be like a customer shopping to distract
if
the
things go
person in
bad,
the
or if
lobby.
Hector get an itchy trigger finger.
Yeah. It'd probably be better if somebody who is not me or Timothy went in the front and distracted the guy in front, acting like a customer, and then eventually made their way to the bathroom to trigger the lock.
Okay.
That way neither of us have to be there, potentially drawing suspicion of why we're over there. Because the Arcane Sentinels have bedpans and whatnot in their rooms.
Okay, well then, I'm trying to buy something. Is there anything that they stock that?
Do we have their shop inventory?
Yep, I'm just getting it now.
All right, cool.
He's on top of it.
I am. Just have a look in Discord. There.
Okay, that's
Well, the wand of lightning bolts would be amazing for me. Might have some sticky fingers down in the bottom if we've got some cologne left. The Darn's Instant Fortress could be our solution to going to the tomb and being able to rest in the rain.
What was that?
At the bottom of the rare list, Darn's Instant Fortress could potentially be a solution to resting in the rain.
We don't have 5,000 gold pieces.
If we're already stealing one item today, what's another?
I mean, for like negotiating or like being interested in the item. You don't necessarily have to have the gold on you to be like upfront being interested in an item. And then just being the unruly customer that is never happy and is distracting the guard.
Oh yeah, no. Well, in which case, I'll do that. Now, the only thing that does concern me about that is, do I need a disguise as well? Because we've got a price on our head, don't we?
I don't know if the Arcane Sentinels themselves know your face. I don't think they would know your face.
Okay.
It's all happened pretty quickly.
Unless there's like portraits of us around the town.
There is not.
Yeah, so I don't think the Arcane Sentinels themselves would recognize you.
And might I suggest that our third most charismatic fellow Torque should maybe be the one to go in and do this distraction, and our two stealthy silent assassins be the ones who hide in the room.
What room are we hiding in?
The one that has the blue circle.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it would be a bit suspicious if we were caught in Wiz's room, no?
Well, you could leave the room. Nobody should go in the room while I'm not in there.
Yeah.
Or nobody should just randomly open the door and walk in. Because theoretically. And if somebody knocks, you could always slink back out the window and close the window.
Yeah, okay. So just want to do the maths. Do we have enough of the sprays to get everywhere? So we use one spray
Well,
there.
if this works right, we will only be using one spray, and that's on the window. And then the rest could be used.
You won't be spraying them in his room. You'll be past those alarm spells and glyphs.
Yes, I don't trigger the alarm spells or glyphs.
So he doesn't trigger either of those things. Cool. So in which case, you could actually deposit the thing and everything like that. Okay, cool.
Yes. It was from the magical vault.
Cool.
You do have a scroll spell magic, which
True. I also have the spell, the scroll, the spell magic.
Oh, there we go. Oh, we got so much dispelling.
So
perfect. Okay, that sounds like a plan. So we're going to use the dispel magic on the outside, sneak into his room, and wait for some form of signal, I guess, if we hear any kerfuffle.
I presume from my time in the Emporium, I would know based on the time that we're in there what sentinels are on duty and which ones are sleeping.
Yep.
Okay, so then I'll know which ones are not on duty.
Yep.
All right. Sounds like a sound plan to me.
Here we go.
Has any additional ideas?
Just an added point. If we were to get any of the items from the shop, the braces would be very handy for me.
Yeah, there's quite a few things that I would love to get. A movable rod is always good for some shenanigans. A cloak of protection is pretty fun.
The only thing I realistically would really want is the wand of lightning bolts. The instant fortress would be nice, but when I level up, I could always take Leolin's tiny hut as an alternative.
We don't have that money.
Well, we already are stealing things.
But we do have a couple of magical items. Does the Emporium do trades?
Possibly. That would be a thing that you could do, is you could go up there and try to trade magic items up front.
So if I think about what I have, so obviously I have the animated shield, some dust of dryness, this light hammer +1, the scroll of remove curse, and this maul. Although I'm loath to show that off, since me having to explain where I got it from might be inconvenient.
Tavern's on fire, and there's a lot of shit in it. This hammer was one of those things.
Right, you guys ready to do this?
I think so.
The only question I have is, where do you want me to be distracting Randbird? Like, what room should I be trying to keep him in?
So what we need to do first is I need to come up here, or someone needs to come up here, either you or
No.
And we need to.
What I'm asking, what room do you want me to be distracting Randbird in? I'll get him there.
It's going to depend. It's going to depend. So you can't enter the bottom one. So ideally, it's going to be the study up here. But what needs to happen first is I need to go up there, or you need to go up there, and we need to figure out which room he's in.
Mm-hmm.
And then I need to go into the opposite room and trigger the alarm. Ideally,
Coming, Mom.
Well, I can't go into his bedroom.
Yes. The problem will be if he starts in the study.
Yeah.
Because we'd have to get him out of the study originally to get this lock here. Well, but once we get this lock, then we can get him in the study and then keep him there.
Yeah. If he is in the study, though, I'll handle it.
We need a plan to get him out of the study. Yeah.
The mechanical lock in the toilet, if that's my job, do you actually know what the mechanical block is for that particular one? Is it
There's a
flush twice?
tile
Yeah,
in
I
there.
don't
Riso
know
told
them.
you.
Yep.
There's a tile, and just
Yep.
press one of the bathroom tiles and it clicks. So
Okay.
you know how to trigger. Does it know then?
Okay.
Trap doors now.
Riso would have told you.
Yeah.
And there's a
Okay.
clock on this, right? There's a clock on this. Once we trigger one, we have to trigger all the rest within a certain amount of time.
10 minutes.
15 minutes.
10 minutes. Okay.
Should be plenty
Very
of
good.
time. So my understanding is, Torque, you're going to be in here pretending to buy something.
Yes, and potentially my goal is to then use the facilities.
And Wiz,
Correct.
yep, Wiz and Bowson for sure are going to go into this room.
No, Hector and
Yep.
Bowson. Right.
We're all going in through there. They're all the rest of us.
Okay, so Wiz, so you're going to use a clone to do this, and then we'll
Yep.
see from there. And you're, I'm going to tell you that it's going to come down to a dice roll when you get close to determine which role Master Randbird is in. Okay.
Oh.
Sure.
So we'll see how that happens. All right. Well, I believe some people are having dinner. So before we launch into this, let's take a short break, and then we'll get back into it. Okay. So we'll see you guys in 5.
Sounds good.
through, right? Because the vault is the first part. The magic items are stored in here, and this is the interdimensional one, right?
That's correct.
Yeah. So they'd get us into there, but we still need to open all the switches to get into the back room.
Oh,
Well,
sorry.
the riskier move.
Sorry, just to clarify, triggering all the yellowing locks opens this. Oh, no. Sorry, that's right. It opens this door here. Sorry.
Yeah.
As you were. We ready to go?
Right. So, kinda, Wiz, you and I can travel together. Me as you as the Arcane Sentinel,
Yes.
until we meet Randbird, and then I can distract him.
Yeah.
Cool.
Because I presume the Arcane Sentinels will know that I'm in Rambert's favor now. And they won't give me as much of a hard time.
Oh, well, they know you're in his favor. Maybe that makes you give more of a hard time. You don't know. Maybe they're jealous.
Looks like they're going to be cleaning the bedpans this time.
Regardless, easy enough to use the clone of dispelling and dispel the arcane lock into here. So Wiz, Bowson, Parston, and Hector, feel free to move into Wiz's bedroom. No problem.
Oh.
So as you do that, we're going to start with Torque.
Okay.
So Torque.
I assume I go through the door and there's a little bell that goes ding-a-ling.
Sure.
Ding-a-ling.
Opens.
Well,
yep.
obviously.
Yep. And Drunner Bileguard, one of the Arcane Sentinels, says, "Oh, hello, good sir. What is it you're requiring? Please feel free to peruse the stock. We are not idiots, though, of course. All of these are illusions of the actual items we have in the vault. So feel free to browse, and if you wish to buy anything, I'm the person to talk to."
Okay, so I'm going to start inspecting the cases. Do they come with little cards that explain what the items are?
Yep.
Okay. And I will, since you've already given it to us on Discord, ask them for additional information on the cloak of protection and maybe the braces of archery.
You make me a deception check, please.
Well, while you were away, we discussed whether we'd like to purchase some things.
I know.
Eventually. Deception, you said?
Yep.
Okay. Well, that's not great. 7.
And here it all falls apart.
Oh, I believe you're Torque, aren't you? Weren't you the one who failed to rescue you successfully rescued the queen, but you fumbled on the prince. That is you, isn't it?
That is me.
Any friend of the crown is welcome here. You are interested in the cloak.
Tell me, do you do trade as well? So I have acquired some magical items in a recent fire sale at the Lucky Leap Tavern.
Oh, your sense of humor is quite droll. Perhaps you misunderstand us. We are not a simple pawn shop. We do not do trades. We exchange magical items for gold. Now you're interested in the cloak of protection?
That is something that I'm potentially interested in, but I wondered whether a magical hammer and a scroll of remove curse might be...
We are not a simple pawnbrokers. We do not trade. We do not exchange. The only currency that works here with gold. We do not do trades.
Let me just have a quick think about what I might be interested in.
Make a persuasion check, Torque.
Mine's persuasive, so... No, 19.
Because you are Torque, and he seems to know who you are, he hasn't perhaps put it together that you're an enemy of the state. He is not going to ask for you to see your gold pieces up front. Just out of interest, how many gold pieces do you have on you, Torque?
About 220. I was just checking to see if there were other things, but we've given away the pearls. So
Yep.
those are all gone.
So
That's why we were asking, because we've got the animated shield, +1 light hammer, +1 maul, and the scroll of remove curse. The
So
items of.
Luckily you
Yep.
made that persuasion check, otherwise he's going to check your pockets and insist to see the gold up front, and since you don't have the minimum 500, that was a lucky roll to make. So Drinnerbug, just let me know if you need any further help. Feel free to peruse. As I said, any friend of the crown is a friend of ours. Please, take your time.
So
Yeah.
I'll do the slow walk around and the nodding and cutting for that, because obviously I've got to give some time for the others to make their ingress and start doing something.
Okay, so yeah, so persuasion 19 is pretty good, so we'll see how long that holds up. But in the meantime, we're switching to Wiz's room.
Yes. So I'm gonna use the mask of the doppelganger to swap to one of the off-duty sentinels.
Okay, your immediate neighbor is an elfin gentleman. No, sorry, a dwarven gentleman called Theogorin Kvararis. He sleeps next to you. He's a dwarf. Your other option
I'm no dwarf. Oh,
is Igor, who's a human who sleeps over here. So you got a choice between a dwarf and a human. They should be asleep right now.
I'll be a dwarf.
Dwarf? Okay.
Dwarf. And then Timothy, I presume.
Yeah, that's me.
Are you going to swap to me?
Yep, I cast that. Yep.
You're
Okay.
using the mask.
Yes, I'm using the mask, and then he uses disguise self.
Okay, so he's putting their eyes
And
and
I'm
being deceived.
Disguising myself as Wiz, but a little bit even more disheveled than Wiz is right now, in terms of like he's come through the fire and stuff like that.
Sure.
Battle hardened. While I figure out where Ranbert is, you might try going into this room and flipping that switch.
Right, yeah.
Because in case there's somebody in there, then if I'm off duty, why would I be in there?
Very good. I can do that.
And I will go try to figure out where Ranbert is.
Okay.
And where are we going to meet?
Let's just meet.
At
We
the
could meet
stairs?
back in here. We could meet back in here. Or at the staircase. Either or.
Yeah. Once I flip that switch, we've got 10 minutes.
Right. Yeah, we can meet at the staircase.
Sure.
We can just say it's easy enough for you to excuse yourself to go to the bathroom. Press the switch in here. Is there anything else you wish to do? You just want to do that? Oh, he's muted.
And here was me telling them about to tell them the story of how I met an old woman on the street who gave us some cookies, and how it had turned my stomach, and I felt that I was about to decorate his his fine displays with a rather negative impact, something that you wouldn't need to detect evil on. That's a shame.
Just step this way, sir. There's some toilets there. Please, avoid your bowels.
Void my bowels and look for the panel and be pushing on it and make a few grunting noises.
Sure. Easy enough to do. And somewhere you hear the spirit of Ricio Tane. And you get them think this is exactly what they had planned. Right? To do this surreptitiously. They had all the clues, everything was in place, except they got found out at the last moment. So you're kind of following through on the mission that Ricio Tane and his wife Avrathea failed on. Alright, first switch clicked. And you go back to perusing. Now, we'll just get to Hector and Bowles, and you're just going to hang out in the room unless shit goes down? Is that the idea? Both of you are muted.
Yep. That's right.
Okay, so I'm going to leave it on you.
Also.
So I'm just going to leave it on you, Hector or Balson. You're going
not.
to do nothing unless you tell me. Okay, so I'll keep.
I'll take a nap in Wiz's bed. Wake me when we get to the interesting part.
You guys will want to keep your ear open in case the dwarf next door actually comes out of his room now.
This room here, the other side.
Oh, yeah.
But regardless, yeah.
Or you'll want to go in there and keep him silent. One of the two.
Oh, yeah.
So now we're focusing on Timothy and Wiz to perhaps solve a problem without coming to blows.
I'm going to start heading towards Rambert's hallway.
Why don't we do that? We're going to focus on Pastor Timothy for just a second. Right, Pastor Timothy.
So I myself around.
You see a female member. I know that the art doesn't show this, but this is a female weapon. A female. What's the word? Aarakocra, actually. She has wings. And she says,
Right.
Wiz, we didn't expect you. What are you doing here?
I'm trying to drag myself into the room.
Oh, wait a
But
minute.
it's not helping.
Let me turn off something on the map that allows you to drag yourself anywhere. So that should just ignore wall. Just do whatever you like. That should fix it.
All right, to the vault.
Hi. Hello. Yes. I'm Wiz. Dazmag. I'm on. I tell you, it's been a really rough night.
I'm fully aware of who you are. That's a really odd way to greet me.
Yeah. No. I just thought, I like to announce myself when I come into a room.
I see. Now that you're the master's favorite little pet, seems to have illusions of grandeur.
Well, some of us are truly destined for great things, Enixia. I hope, that one day you'll see that.
And for great things, I've been talking to the other arcane sentinels, and we heard you got kicked out of the arcane tower. You weren't good enough. So if you weren't good enough then, I fail to see how you're good enough now.
Well, we can all grow as people and as magic users. We've got a lot of, growth is really the most important thing.
She looks at you suspiciously. So disguise self. They have to do an investigation versus your save DC. Now you're using you're using the spell or the mask?
The spell.
Now what's your spell DC?
15.
Okay, let me just roll something behind my DM screen here. What is it you want? I'm preparing lessons for tomorrow. I'm keeping this place tidy. Are you here just to be annoying?
No. I've got in the back room there. I left some of my equipment, some of my arcane focuses. I was hoping I could just go in there and quickly grab them. I don't mean to be a bother to you.
Oh, you're just proving my point. You're an idiot. What magic user would wander around without his arcane focus? That's just ludicrousness. Make a deception check, Pastor Timothy. You're going to be this idiotic and you leave your arcane focus. Fine. I don't know why you left it in the alchemy lab for, but go get it.
Okay. Thank you, Anixia. You're a great teacher.
There's a little valve in the arcane laboratory and you kind of twist it 360 degrees and you hear a satisfying click, knowing that this mechanical mechanism is set.
Right. While I'm in here, I will cast minor illusion of something that I think an arcane focus might be, just so I can hold it in my hand as I exit.
She just ignores you. You roll down on deception. You haven't screwed up terribly much. So feel free to leave. You've successfully clicked this lock. That's 2 down. Now we're going to switch to Wiz. Wiz, you go up the stairs?
Yeah, I should actually probably wait for Timothy, and because we could probably chat or have a better chance of determining where Rambert is if we're together.
Okay.
Both trying to determine.
Just a reminder, these stairs go both up and down.
I want to go up to the up here.
You're following him, Pastor Timothy?
I am. Hello, Thigari. Nice to see you. Mind if I join you?
Of course. So we need to determine which room Rambert is in.
Okay, Wiz, roll a d6. On a 1, 2, or 3, he's in the north room. On a 4, 5, or 6, he's in his bedroom. Just roll a plain old d6.
D6. A 3.
Northern room.
Okay. So then I'm going to say, all right, Timothy, if he comes out while I'm in the room, try to get him either back in the study or down the stairs. I just moved myself under. But I'm going to open the door and go in. I can't drag myself because Timothy's on me.
Yes, I'll move myself.
And then I'm going to close the door behind me. And I'm going to go over here. And I'm going to open this.
Okay.
I'm listening at the door to the study while this is going on.
Okay, just a second. Or something. Come. Why can't I? You see a person in there who looks like this. She indeed matches the general description of Avrathea that you've seen before. She introduces herself as Avra, not Avrathea, but Avra. Make her perception check, Wiz.
Perception. Ooh, 24.
As she greets you in a rather friendly manner, you can't help but notice when she raises her hand to wave from you, her hand and her forearm are slightly different colors. One's white, one's off-white. And you look a bit closer and you see some faint stitch marks around the wrist. And you look closer, and you see her face has been sewn together as well. She seems like someone has constructed her, brought her up from other people. So it matches a general description of Avrithia, but it seems it's not Avrithia. It is something built to look like Avrithia. And she says,
as I kind of... Oh, go ahead.
"Oh, hello. Who are you? I'm Avra. Absolutely pleasure to meet you." And she's not being quiet. "Who are you?" "It's usually Master Randbird. Master Randbird is the only one who's allowed to visit me in here, and I'm not allowed to leave, so I'm a bit confused about what you're actually doing here."
I am going to... Hold up. What is the size on this? I am going to attempt. I'm going to say, "Oh, quiet down. I'm Thoragrin. I'm one of the Sentinels here. Pleasure to meet you, milady. I'm just here to press a button for the master."
"The master strictly forbids you guys from coming in here. I was told to keep quiet, but now you're here. And make a deception check, was as if your life depended on it. Give you an advantage because you're disguised. Ooh, 17's good.
Again. Well, a 17 is better.
Okay. Avrithia is going to attempt to see through that. She has no modifiers for wisdom, which I think is insight. So in other words, I'm going to roll a d20. Can't be an 18, a 19, or a 20. Anything else is good.
Can I immediately cast silence?
Well, you can, but it's going to come down to an initiative roll. Her initiative is -1. So her initiative is 17.
Whoa!
No!
Master Randbird! Master Randbird, someone's in here! He shouldn't be in here, Master Randbird! Pastor Timothy, I'm going to give you a few minutes to talk to Master Bertier Randberg before Avrithia raises the alarm.
Yeah.
Wiz, hello. What can I help you with?
Hello, Master Randbird. I have great news. I have so much news to tell you. Do you mind if we sit? May I take a seat?
Yes. Sits there.
Actually, over here is nicer. You want to sit over here?
A seat. Now, Wiz, the Queen has been in contact with me, and what are you bouncing over there for?
I'm all in a tiz. It's got me so. What's going on out in the city is just so crazy, Master.
Well,
do you know what's happening?
Well, I know that traitorous Lord Simonda and that scum Riccio Tane are both dead. The Queen is very much in our good books, and we have you to thank for that, Wiz. Thank you.
Thank you, Master. You're welcome. I was very pleased to do my duty for the Emporium and for the school. But did you know what was in the Lucky Leap Tavern?
The burnt corpse of Lord Simonda and Riccio Tane, from what I hear.
Yeah, but as you can see from my burnt robes, we got in there. I couldn't help but look for survivors, and I found Riccio, Tane, and Simonda just on the cusp of death, and they told me things. They told me amazing things that I thought you needed to know.
Why would they reveal such secrets to you? You are nobody to them.
I don't know. Sometimes a man doesn't want to go to his grave with such secrets.
Deception check at advantage, Master Timothy, as you're spouting lies. We'll see how this goes. Of course, Wiz. 23. I don't think he can beat that. Actually, yeah, see, nah. He's got a +3, so a natural 20 would get him to 23. Okay, well, what did they tell you?
Well, Richie O'Tane, first off, told me of a how do you say, a box that had come into their possession years past. He mentioned your name. I think he was talking about something. It was something to do with here. It was a chest. And I'll describe the chest.
Magic nullification?
Yeah. And they said that it might still be in the city.
That is very interesting, because my understanding is Ricio Tane's scumbag wife stole that from him many years ago. Of course, I did track down and kill her, but she did not have the box on her. This is very useful.
Yeah.
Master Randbird! Master Randbird, we have an intruder in the house! We have an intruder! Everybody please roll initiative, even though he's not directly involved here, because this is going to come down to a timing thing.
Where the hell am I?
Master Randbird. Pretty low.
Right, I click on myself. I roll it.
I'm just waiting for my D&D to thing. Here we go.
I believe that I'm not coming through.
What a draw.
It was a 5.
5. Let's add.
I clicked, I'd moved.
Shopping. Okay. Got your 5. Now I'm going to roll the Awake Arcane Sentinels in as well. But it's not necessarily follows that they're going to hear you. But I'm going to roll them in anyway, because that's it. This is going to come down to timing. Okay. So things have the potential to go sideways radically. It depends on the decisions you guys make. Bowson. See, you're on a different floor, other side of the building. You're going to need a passive perception of 20 to realize what. No, worse than that. 25. 25 on a perception to realize what's going on. So roll a perception check.
That's not going to happen. I've got a -1, so that's not going to happen.
My rules, I changed my rules a little bit. Rules as written, only attacks succeed and fail on natural 20s and natural 1s. If you roll a natural 20, Bowson, you'll hear it. So natural 20s always succeed. It's interesting things can happen.
What about that one?
No, that's quite the opposite. Yep, so you're blissfully unaware.
Joins me in sleeping.
Maybe. Master Timothy, you hear, Master Randbird! Master Randbird, we have intruders! Please help! Master Timothy.
I'm going to start. Master Randbird, whatever that is, it can't be as important as this. There are things afoot in the kingdom. A crown cursed. Steinmonder's journal. There are, so many things happening. You must stay and listen to me.
Make a deception check at disadvantage.
Oh, yeah.
This is going to be hard to convince him. 15 and
Oh,
9.
fine.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Whatever you need to tell me, it can wait. Must investigate what's happening. I'll say, so that's your free action just to communicate, so you still have your action left if you want. He's not listening to you though.
He's not listening to me.
No, he's looking to go to investigate what's happening.
What do you reckon, guys?
Is flipping the switch going to be an action?
Call it a free action.
Okay.
It's like opening
Well,
a door.
my plan is to immediately hit this switch and dash down the staircase. This is going to be my my action.
I need some advice on this though, guys. Should I try to cast suggestion on Randbird?
Oh, he's a high level magic user.
Yeah. No problem. Oh, is opening doors going to be an action?
You get one free action. So you can use your free action to flip the switch, but then you need an action to do that.
I shut the door behind me.
Well, let's
But
well,
you should still have enough to get.
Master Timothy. What do you do?
I think it's not right now to do it. So I'm going to hold my action until Randbird is out of the way and flip the switch.
Okay. So once you're sure he's not going to see you flip the switch, that's at the point you flip the switch.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wiz.
All right. Oh, what do I have here? How am I going to convince her to help us at this point? Any ideas, guys?
Clasp knife.
Well, he's going to come investigate. So the only thing is I either get out of here without flipping the switch, because I can only open the door or flip the switch, or I convince her to step out of the room and distract Rambert and say it's okay.
Of course, you do look like a dwarven apprentice. You do not look like Wiz. Keep that in mind.
Yeah. So you may be able to fool Randbird and feign ignorance.
Well, the question is that don't the regular apprentices have to come flip this switch in order to get into the vault to get down there? So wouldn't she have seen the apprentices before?
The switches only work at that thing from the vault into the secret room. So I don't think the apprentices would ever really do them.
That's correct.
And one other word of advice, if it's cool, would be if there's one thing that will get through to Evra, it might be the memory of Riccio Tang.
I'm gonna go out on a limb here. I'm gonna say to her, "Oh, Avra, see, I'm playing a game with Rambert, a game of hide and seek, and I'm trying to hide in here because I figured surely this would be the last place he'd check. And if he doesn't find me, he's gonna let me learn all of the spells from his spell book. And if you help me win this game, I'll give you whatever it is that I can offer you that you would like."
Make a persuasion check. This will be your action, just so you're aware. Persuasion.
20.
Let me have a look at average stats.
Surely she doesn't roll an 18 or a 19 for the third time in a row.
She has a +0 on this, so we're looking at natural 20 rolls.
Hey.
That's a convincing victory. Okay. I love games. Master Randbird has taught me some tricks. What do you need me to do?
Just don't let him come into this room. Don't let him see me. One of the two.
What do I say? I'm just kidding? What do I say?
Well, you know him better than me, probably, maybe. Yeah, you could say that, or you could say you missed him or something.
Okay.
You just wanted to see him. Just don't let him see me.
I just have to ask you one thing. What's your name?
What was it again? Theogoran Siverus.
Well, Theogoran Siverus, it's an absolute pleasure to meet you. In my very short life, you're literally the second person I've met, and I'm pleased we get to play this game together.
Likewise. And hopefully we can play more together in the future. But in order for that to happen, he can't find me this time.
Oh? You're going to use your free action to flip the switch?
Yeah, I'm going to flip the switch, and then I'm going to, I guess, try to hide in the corner as best I can.
Oh, that would be a more sensible corner. Okay. Oh, guys, this is good. I love games. Mauricio! Master Randbird! Now we're going to go to Drunner Baleguard, the person with you, Torque. Once again, short of a natural 20, he's not going to realize what's going on, so he's completely ignorant. Master Bertio storms out of the study. Pastor Timothy? Feel free to flip the switch
Click.
now.
What's this switch look like?
It's a painting on the wall, and there's a switch hidden inside of the painting. So you press on the eyes of one of the subjects of the painting, and they depress a little bit. Okay,
Yoinks.
Avra, what is going on? Now what we're going to roll is Avra's deception versus Master Bertio's insight. So,
Oh no.
Avra's deception is -3.
Oh god.
So, now we'll see what happens. I'm going to make you roll this, Wiz, as you powered on some rolls effectively. So roll a d20 and subtract 3 from it. So 11. Not too bad.
Oh, did it actually roll? Okay.
So we'll take the first one, 11.
Yep. I didn't see it roll, that's why I hit it twice.
His perception is actually +0. He's a classic wizard, high in intelligence, low in wisdom. So what did I
50-50, boys.
I said minus. Whose is -3? So that's a 10. So in other words,
10 roll.
11.
11. Sorry, 11. Yep, 11. So what we want to roll is a d20, and it needs to be between a 1 and a 20.
Oh wait, I don't know if that would work. Can I go back and say I bardic inspirationed her? Because I never used my my bonus action that turn.
Sure. Roll a d8. Assuming it's a d8.
A d8. Yes. Are you kidding me?
Well, that's still so. Once again, she rolled a 14. -3 makes it 11. +1 makes it 12. So slightly
12.
better. 1, 2, and actually 1 to 12. 12 would be enough. So, work. Yeah, so
Okay,
12 is
cool.
okay. 13.
60%.
Are you kidding?
Avra, step aside.
My one.
And he comes in and says, "What the hell is going on here?" That is going to be it for now, because he had to take his dash action to get over there. Hector, roll a d20. Looking for a 25 on perception.
There we go. Perception.
And looking for a 25. Natural 20 will do it. Okay, the one that Master Timothy was talked to is blissfully. Make a perception check. And DC 20.
14, so no.
Okay. Carlson, you can roll again.
Oh, yeah.
Mr. Timothy, you hear Master Rambert say, "What the hell is going on here?" What do you do? I flick the
Right.
switches.
I'll.
In fact,
The
Wiz
the
did what he
switches.
said he was going to do. They're all switched. They're all flipped. If Wiz did that, but he's in a bit of a corner. What do you
I
do?
need this door open.
That door will be open because Master Rambert went through it.
Oh,
Oh,
sorry.
true.
I'm going to. I think I would just complicate things if I went in there. But hey,
Exactly.
that's what we're doing right now. I'm complicating. No, I won't. I will shout out to Master Randbird, I guess.
I'm kind of stuck in here because I can't get out when they're standing here.
I'll shout out to Master Randbird. Master Randbird, what's going on? Did you find?
Theo Goran is in here, and Theogoran is in here, and he's not supposed to be in here, and he's got some goddamn explaining to do.
It might be partly my fault he's in there. If we could just come back into the study, and I'm sure we can sort this all out.
Make a persuasion check.
Save me, Timothy.
Sorry. Clicked out of.
You're my only hope.
Help me, Obi-Wan Kenobi. You're my only hope.
This isn't the dwarf you're looking for.
Oh,
Let's go!
Let's go!
Wiz, I
Leroy!
say this, and only because it is you, Wiz. We need to talk to this dwarf.
I love you too, Master.
Need to talk to this dwarf?
About to dwarf name, the Goran, whatever it was. I was about to cast a. Let's just pretend. What would have happened if this roll hadn't gone through? Make me a dexterity saving throw. The DC would have been 17.
I would have counterspelled that.
Would have counterspelled you.
Can you counterspell a counterspell?
Certainly can.
Yeah, you can keep going back and forth. Yeah.
You would have taken that much damage, and I think that would have insta-killed you.
Nice.
That's
Nice.
disintegrate. And even if it reduces to 0 hit points, you turn into dust.
Yeah, see, he's quite high level with that plus 40.
Oh, actually, I would have gotten to roll again because I have advantage on saving throws against spells,
Mm.
But
which would have passed me.
what's your maximum hit points?
33.
Yeah, you still would have died.
I would have died. I wouldn't have died 3 times over.
Alright, so, but that didn't happen. Still might happen. But we're going to go out of initiative order as the immediate threat to this is gone. I'm sorry, I'm giving you a brain fart. Okay. Come with me. Your name. You have some explaining to do with me and Wiz. For wizards.
I follow him, and
Mhm.
is he looking away as I? Damn it! Oh, now I'm under Abra.
You are only here to the ground thanks to the good will I maintained with Wiz. He is wise to suggest that instant. Choose your words very carefully, Thagoran. You know you are strictly forbidden in my quarters. You are even more strictly forbidden by looking at rooms. They're covering secrets that I do not wish to be known. Any sensible person would have killed you by now. There are things in there that, let's just say my friend there was to remain a secret.
Well, I was walking up here and because we have a customer down that wanted to buy some stuff and we needed access to the vaults. And when I was passing by your room, I heard a noise. It sounded like somebody fell. So I went in there and I met the lovely lady, and she said she wanted to play. I know I shouldn't have done it. I apologize. It'll never happen again, and my lips are sealed.
Make a persuasion check, Wiz.
Subtle spell guidance.
I'm running 8s like crazy today.
You got a subtle spell guidance on you.
So D4
Subtle
on
spell
top of that.
guidance. So a 20.
Come here, Theogoran. I'm going to cast a spell on you. If you resist, you are dead. Do I make myself clear?
Yes.
You are never to reveal what you saw in that room. Wiz, I'm going to need to cast this spell on you as well. I also suggest that you do
That's
not
right.
resist.
I saw nothing. I didn't see anything in the room. I was out in the corridor.
You are to reveal nothing that the thought of anything could be in this room. So I'm going to cast this spell on both of you. If either of you resist, I should resort to more extreme measures, more violent measures. Do I make myself clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, Master. Oh, of course. Anything for you.
You are not to reveal that there is a room. You are not to reveal that there's somebody in the room. Doing so, I suggest, will be very painful. You cast a spell on you, Wiz. Do you resist?
Nope.
Pastor Timothy, do you resist?
No.
Something.
No? Okay. So Wiz, you're not resisting as well, was that correct?
No, I'm not.
You both cast Geas, or Geese, as some people call on to you. If you tell anybody, including serious psychic damage. So anything like that, and even if you metagame it and say it as a player, I'm still going to zap you with some psychic damage. So that's the spell he cast on
Sounds
you.
good.
And this is the spell. Both of you get out.
Yes, of course, sir. Right away.
And yes, all the
I'm
switches.
gonna
Yes.
head down the stairs. I'm gonna immediately run downstairs.
Pastor Timothy?
Yeah. Getting the fuck out.
You should probably still distract him while I'm in the vault if you can. Because you could go on with stuff you were.
Yeah, I'll pause at the door and just say, Master, I know you've told us to get out. You've got a lot going on, but the news I bring, the information I have, can it wait another night, or do you want to know it now?
Persuasion.
This is truly a dice game.
Dice giveth, the dice take it away. I said, get out of my sight. You are trying my patient Wiz. Leave.
Yes, Master, yes.
Alright. And then I'm gonna head downstairs.
Yeah.
Pastor
I
Timothy.
think I'll post up.
Mhm.
I'll post up at the bottom of the stairs in case he comes down.
Okay, so just right there, in other words.
Pretty much, yeah.
I will head
Still here.
downstairs.
So Goran, what's you doing down here?
Who's speaking to me?
Oh, sorry, I thought I revealed him. Another one of the arcane sentinels. It's this guy.
We have a very important client that is buying a couple magic items that I am fetching for Master Ranbert, as he is currently occupied.
His favorite, of course. Come inside. What items are they buying?
What items did you guys want? I was gonna get the wand of lightning bolts.
The braces of defense.
Are we going to suggest more or less? Because we can also do the cloak of protection.
Out
Looks
of
pretty
not
fun.
moving.
Interested in the immovable rod, Wiz?
Yes, the immovable rod, the bracers of defense, and the wand of lightning bolts. And anything? Is anybody else?
I don't want to push it.
Of course, we can get those items for you. Just deposit the requisite gold pieces into this bag of holdings. That'll be 6,000 gold pieces, please.
Oh goodness.
These are a gift to the queen, obviously.
Gift of the Queen. Fireball. I'm gonna go. Oh, right. Of course. Silly me. I forgot to grab all the gold from the client. I got distracted at being such a high priority client. I don't suppose you could go grab that gold for me, could you?
Persuasion.
Oh. 23.
It's possible.
Nice.
Did you say what?
It's possible that he can get that. Once again, natural 20 is what we're looking at.
Oh,
Fine. And he goes. Now,
I'm gonna, as soon as he steps out of the room and he doesn't see me, I'm gonna message Cantrip Torque to distract the guy as long as he can.
And I think as I'm hanging out, I want to message Belson and Hector just to say, hey, like, shit's kind of didn't go down, but it could. Be ready.
okay.
Wiz. Well, actually, can you privately roll me deception, please, Torque?
You want me to roll it or Wiz?
No, Torque, because this guy is going to come up, and your job is to distract him for as long as you can.
All right, so you want a private roll on that? So
yeah, and this is going to determine how long Wiz has, but I don't want Wiz to know how long he has. So that's why I'm asking you to roll it privately.
so that one is
goodness.
/R, is it? /R D20? No.
Do that and just add your modifier after the D20, like +3 or whatever it is for your persuasion.
He can tell you.
I'm gonna also message Wiz or Pastor Timothy and say the same thing as well.
So deception or
If that makes a
persuasion?
difference.
Which one are we doing?
Persuasion, because you're
Deception.
Persuasion. You're persuading him to stay
okay,
longer. Persuading him not to take your gold straight away.
Make him count every penny.
I'm paying in copper pieces. 1, 2, and it's a +6. Okay. Wiz, what do you do? Dumpus the White
Well,
is up here, presumably trying to get distracted by talk. Actually, he's going to pass you past.
Well, I'm going
first.
to-
Wait, just 1 second. Comes through. Oh, Wiz, what are you doing here?
I'm waiting for the master. He's deep in thought right now about some serious things, and he only needs his most trusted advisor. So I'll be here because, as you know, I'm me and the master are like this now.
You do you. And by the way, I say this with the most earnest thing imaginable. Go fuck yourself.
Thank you.
As I said, jealousy. Okay, well, once again, talk is talking. I know what you rolled. I know what talk rolled. Talk knows what talk rolled. But Wiz does not. You do not sure how long you have. What do you do?
all right.
How
So what
talkative is talk?
Oh, is this locked?
Yep. Well, it's not locked anymore, though. Because you flipped all the switches.
Well, I'm gonna immediately run into the portal and attempt to ditch the chest, or ditch the thing inside the chest.
Okay. I'm going to reveal the rest of the map now. You're probably wondering what this strange black square is. Just a second. You bamp across to the other side, Wiz. You see it's hard to explain this, but you see something that looks like Master Randbird, but isn't. You also see just check this. You also see a mighty dragon there. Oops. Oh, sorry, that's what have I done? That's weird. Yeah, let's jerk them on again. You see this mighty dragon here, and they both look at you incredulously as you enter in here. As soon as you enter, Wiz, you're assaulted by very, very powerful magic. Remember the words of Risiotane: get in, get out as quickly as you can. We're going to roll initiative just for you and the dragon and Master Randbird.
19.
So 19, that's good.
19.
Is this the? So you just had to empty it inside here and then get out again, right?
Yep. Dump the token thing, the little tablet.
Yeah, I'm just dumping the chest and yeeting myself out of here.
Dump, not the chest. The you empty the chest.
What's inside the chest? Yeah.
Okay, the dragon. What was it? 15. Oh no, sorry, that's Master, the equivalent of Master Randbird. And then the dragon is going to roll his initiative. A 5.
Oh.
So you get to go first. But as soon as you enter, I need you to make an intelligence saving throw.
Is this a spell?
Nope.
Yeah, that's a 1.
Oh no!
No.
Oh no!
Arcane madness.
At the start of your turn,
Oh no!
Technically, it's a 2 because I get a +1 to saves. But
it's not a 2.
no,
You
that
take
matters.
that much psychic damage.
Oh,
That's
that's
not
okay.
terrible.
Yeah.
And it's your turn. That happens at the start of your turn.
I am going to open this chest and yeet the item as far at them as I can, and then leave.
Okay. The tablet that Risiotane warned you that a demon would come out clatters there, and you immediately bamf back. Okay, everybody now roll into initiative, please.
What?
All right. So, needless to say, the jig is up. Things are going to go down. And Master
Initiative button
Randbird,
here somewhere, isn't there?
Avrithia. Okay, a lot of moving parts. There's 11. Get everybody in there. We've got Torque. Torque, what did you roll?
So talk is 10. 10.
Torque is 10. Okay, as you run screaming out of the room, probably blood pouring out your ears as the psychic effect takes hold. Wiz, I'm going to say you used 15 feet of movement. So you went in there, you yeet it, you come back. All you've done mechanically is 15 feet of movement.
Okay, then I'll end there. And I'm assuming throwing the item was an action?
Oh, free action.
Yep. Oh, for action, then I'm also going to chug a potion.
Sure. What potion are you going to chug?
I think I just have the regular potion of healing from the...
Sure.
tomb.
A 2d4
So
plus
just be 10 flat. So since I use an action, is it... Or do you use the action
if you use
as
an
a
action,
full?
you can use the full amount. If you use a bonus action, you can roll for it. So
Yeah.
if you want to take an
I'm
action...
use the full amount, yeah.
Okay, so that will be
That's
your
all I'll do?
turn. Oh, actually, what am
And
I
then
doing?
you've got 15 feet of move.
Actually, we'll go past to Timothy. You're just waiting, aren't you?
I am just waiting. Yeah, I don't know anything about what's going on, so I'm waiting for Randbird or the other dude to come past to stall.
Okay. Evra is gonna... Oh, I don't like this. She's gonna close the door. No alarms. No, everything appears normal. Now we'll just go to... this is a bit odd of initiative order doing it like this, but we're going to go with it. Wiz, what do you do?
I'm gonna run out here and I'm gonna try to dispel the wand of lightning bolts wherever it is.
You can use your action to do that. You now have
I
a
will
wand of lightning bolts.
do that. Yes, I will do that.
Any more movement?
We should have another 3.
I guess I'll move towards wherever the bracers of defense are.
Sure, we'll say it's at the other end here.
Okay.
Alarms start blaring around there. Just like foghorns going bam, bam, bam. And you know that red cloaks are going to be coming soon because the alarm has been raised. Balson, what do you do?
I'm gonna wish that Hector had a higher initiative than me.
This window is still available to you.
Yeah, I think that. So the alarms are going. Or I don't know what's happened. What would Balson do? I don't know what has happened. So we were told.
The message I sent you was pretty much. I tried to give you a rundown of what was going on. So
Yeah,
you know.
okay. You know that the shit could go off, and so you needed my help. Okay, I'm opening the door. 1, 2, oh, come on, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, whoops, it's gone too far. 5, 6. That's my movement. And I'm going to, yeah, because I'm just coming to save, so I'm going to go in. Down 1 more, and I presume that girl sees me. And I see Pastor Timothy. Yeah, I'm going to use my action to close the door and
Free
say,
action to close the
"What the
door.
heck's happening?" Free action to close the door
Mhm.
and say, "What the heck's happening to Pastor Timothy?"
What do you mean? Who's Pastor Timothy? I'm Wiz. There's a lot of.
What's happening, Wiz?
Come this way. We might have to hold the line.
Yeah, so I'm just taking a dash, and it's not letting me through. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, it's my turn.
Bonus action hide.
Yeah. I'll take a bonus action stealth.
You're
There you go,
standing
if
in
at
an
all
open
possible.
corridor. There's no place to stealth.
Yeah, that's what I thought you'd say.
Hey, Hector!
I hide underneath Wiz's robes.
Will. I will try and open this door over here.
Which door? That door? Sure.
The door I'm right.
What? Who are you?
Quick! Somebody's trying to kill the master. Help!
Yes! Roll a d20, Hector, and roll a natural 20. You are a person unknown to this person, claiming something quite extraordinary.
Hang on, difficult decision. Do I do persuasion or deception?
So I'll take a
Has to be a
natural
natural
20
20
either
without-
way.
You say a 15?
You're an intruder! Prepare to die. It talks, maybe he's got the good
Thank you.
idea. Get the hell out of here, but what do you do?
I will move up, and then I will activate attack. Will activate my tentacle and try and grapple him.
Okay. And he rolls...
Puny wizard.
Ah, get those holy tentacles off me!
Did he pass?
No, you're at a 5. No.
No, they roll low.
I'll give him one whack of the staff. You should have listened to me when you had the chance.
He throws up
It
an
was all
arcane
going so well.
shield, but it bursts through, so roll damage for that. 6 bludgeoning, got it?
Then I will spend another key point to make 2 more attacks on him.
Okay. All at advantage.
Yup.
That's a
I
miss.
tried to be nice. Really,
One
I
of those
did.
hits. The arcane shield. No! No! Or damage?
Why did you have to be so smart?
Do you have stunning strike available? Do you wish to stunning strike him?
Probably should. Before he alerts anybody else.
Yes, I will stunning strike him.
Okay, what's the save?
DC 12 con.
1 to 10 will fail. Get your damn dirty tentacles off me! You try and knock him out, but it doesn't work.
Get your tentacles off me, you damn dirty squid.
Okay?
That's the end of my turn.
Pork, with the sirens blaring, with the entire Emporium of Marvelous Rarities alerted, with the red cloaks on the way, what do you do?
I'm going to start experiencing PTSD from my adventures in the Feywild, or at least feigning that I'm going to start going, what's that noise? No, they're coming for me. What is it? What is it? And fall to the ground, sort of writhing. So I'm going to go prone on the ground and begin writhing around in the hope that they investigate and at least distracts them.
We'll see if that works. Master Batir Randberg, the Archmage of the Tower. He's got a decision to make. One, he can go downstairs, sort it out himself. Or two, check on his true love Everett to make sure she's okay. Let me roll a
I think the
D20.
second one sounds like the decision you'd make.
Love never fails.
20, and I want to roll high. So low means he's going to go to Everethia. And what he does, I don't know. Well, you don't know. But he does something. Pop quiz, players. Why is Everett all stitched together?
Is there a reanimated
The
corpse?
necromancer.
Not quite. He's recreating Everethia. Like other body parts. This is not Everethia. This is a cruel facsimile of her, a cruel reconstruction of her. So that's what he does.
A patchwork.
He's trying to construct her to recreate her. Alright, let's roll a D20. Oh my goodness, this is just ridiculous. Buntus, let's get this fool out of here. And they pick you up, unless you resist, they're gonna dump you outside the front door.
Oh, don't see any reason to resist here.
Right, so that's what they're doing.
Now you can distract the red cloaks.
The one you're holding says... Let me just make sure...
We'll convince them you're not wanted.
Get off me! And she fires a firebolt straight in your face, rolling a 16, which I think still hits, right?
Yeah, that did he not
Oh, was it?
deploy his
Oh wait,
magic
yeah.
stone?
Sorry.
Yeah, too late. Wouldn't have made a difference anyway.
Firebolt to the face, Hector, with a 16 at disadvantage.
That hits.
5 points of fire damage. Dumphus the White throws Torque out. Nyrixia Swift Wings. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, she gets there just right in the corridor. And fires a firebolt at Bowson. Rolling a 15 Bowson, which I think misses.
Misses.
Just boom, fires over top of it. He'll do that. Pastor Timothy.
Seeing my friend at least be assaulted, I'll have to come over to here.
It's probably a good time to drop disguise self,
Huh?
Yeah.
so they don't think that Wiz is helping them with this assault.
No, I'm just gonna stand in front of NXT and say, no, you don't understand. The master is being attacked, but not by these guys. These guys are helping.
Deception check. Roll a d20. See if it's close. Ooh, it is close.
Oh.
So this will be wisdom. Whoops. Oops. Wisdom. Oh, must go there quickly, of course. Deception seems to have worked. Do.
Is it my turn again?
This?
I'm gonna
Your
grab those as
action
well.
To do that?
Yes. And then I'm gonna there.
Okay, so it's going up the top of the stairs. That happens.
And
Bowson.
I'll close the door behind me.
Sure. Bowson.
Yeah, so I'm gonna contribute to the deception, I guess, and saying, yes, it's true. It's true. There is some form of attack. I just don't know what's going on. And I'm going to go to the top of the stairs. Go to the stairs and look down to see if he's there. Whoops, it's so laggy.
Oh, you see Wiz.
Can I see Wiz from where I'm at?
He's running up the stairs. He's not walking, he's running.
Okay. So I see Wiz in his deceived style.
Yep.
Okay, and then as a dwarf. And then I look up and I peer back to make it look like I'm looking up. But that's all I'm really going to do, to be honest.
Anixia Swift, the taxis. So look, we can handle this. This is no place for commoners. She knows that Torque's there. She sees Bowson as an ally. Look, just get out. We can handle this. Please. The red cloaks will be here any minute. In fact, they'll be there in 2 rounds. Red cloaks are arriving in 2 rounds. Hector, what do you do? It's got a firebolt to the face.
Oh, you like fire, eh? I'm gonna drag him over to this fireplace.
Okay, he's going to take that much fire damage, 3 points of fire damage. That's just your movement, Hector.
It's not so fun, and you're not the one getting cooked. I'm gonna hit him again with the metal stick.
Advantage?
Yep.
Yep. Damage.
Hello.
Down he goes. Burnt to life as he's...
Don't worry. You'll get a burning funeral.
Still got a little bit of movement left if you like, Hector.
No, I think I'm good.
Okay. Torque.
Well, I think discretion is the better part of valor now, so it's I knew the guys were going into the back way. I'm going to start making my way around the building to get there. Is there actually a back alley down this way? Because there's no windows on that side.
You can go, just go along this way. Yep, that's fine.
Okay, alright, so I'll move there. I'm on the movement one, I've clicked on myself. 1, 2, 3, on that thing, 4, 5, 6. Take the dash action, on diagonal, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, so I'm around that corner at least.
Okay.
Yep.
Master Batir Ranbird is going to spend a while. Swoops in 4 rounds.